He's my best friend in the whole world, and I'm really happy to be doing this with him.
Never in a million years did I think I'd be able to travel the world with my dog.
Well, congratulations, Ms. Vonn, on the show. It's super fun. It's great to watch. My wife and I have really gotten into it. So the first question is, I mean, I'm sure you had a lot of opportunities, a lot of things coming your way post-skiing. So what was it about the pack that really sort of got you interested and made you say yes?
Well, I have 3 dogs actually. So dogs are my love. And, you know, as you said, I was looking for kind of a new chapter, a new career path. And I wasn't sure what to do, but when Amazon approached me and said, do you want to host a show traveling around the world with your dog? That was like the magical words, you know, I jumped at the chance. And, you know, traveling also without my skis and to places that I've never been was also something I was really looking forward to.
So I'm a big fan of reality TV, and especially The Amazing Race Canada. And watching this, I was like surprised that no one's come up with this idea before.
I know, I was too. Yeah, I you know, when they showed me the sizzle, I thought, wow, someone must have thought of this idea before. But I think, you know, it's a little bit daunting to think about all of the safety precautions that you need to make sure that the dogs are safe and okay and not stressed. But, you know, obviously Amazon did an incredible job, and, you know, they flew first class in their own, you know, first class seat. And we had, you know, dog safety and veterinarians and like everyone on staff. So I think that was probably the biggest hurdle to face when doing this show. But as I said, they did an excellent job.
So were you a big fan of the reality TV sphere? Was this something that seemed like a logical sort of move for you to make?
To be honest, no. If I'm being really honest, no, I really never watch reality TV. I am pretty particular. I like my Law and Orders and, you know, my like undoing type shows, you know, that's where my wheelhouse is. But, you know, obviously dogs kind of change my viewpoint on reality TV, because who doesn't want to watch dogs?
So Lucy is a great co-star in this show. In fact, I think she steals many of the scenes.
Yeah, I think she's actually the host and I'm just the co-host. Like she's the #1 diva. I'm just, you know, along for the ride to make her look good.
So why was Lucy the pick over your other 2 pets?
Lucy's really adapted to traveling. You know, I got her at 3 months old, and we've been traveling the world together. I mean, for my World Cup races, you know, I even took her to the Olympics in South Korea. So she already has 2 passports and loves traveling, loves being in front of the camera. Bear and Leo are, they're big boys. They're about 100 pounds each. They are very mischievous. So I don't think they would be able to stay still for, you know, the long period of time it takes, you know, because we're not like the cast members. We're not moving as much as they are, you know, and I think to keep a dog's attention for that long is actually very challenging. So Lucy, on the other hand, is like very well adapted to, you know, long periods of time where like I take her to press conferences when I was racing. You know, obviously we would do interviews together, and she was always traveling. So she was used to kind of that setup anyways. But I will say that I felt badly leaving the boys behind, but they had plenty of fun and got in some trouble with some porcupines. So, you know, they're not stopping their lives.
So does Lucy think like she's up here now as opposed to the other 2?
Oh, she's always thought that. Yeah. She's always thought that she's the queen and everyone else is, you know, like she's always kind of on her little pedestal, and like she sleeps on the bed and the other 2 sleep on the floor. Like she just thinks that, you know, she's the queen, which she is. So, you know, I think I brought that on myself, but you know, I think the show has definitely made her head get a little bit big. So I'm trying to keep her paws on the ground.
So there's some pretty crazy challenges in the pack. You know, owners with their dogs doing, you know, lots of really, really intricate things. I don't think I'd get too far in any of that with my cats. what was the challenge that sort of surprised you the most? And also, did you and Lucy get a chance to try? I mean, I know on your Instagram you've shown some stuff, but did you do all of the challenges yourself with Lucy as well?
Yeah, we did all the challenges beforehand, and Lucy's a smaller dog, so like all of the tugging challenges she wanted nothing to do with. Like the only thing that's hitting her mouth is like the top tier dog food. So we had to kind of fudge those scenes. But she was really good at digging, surprisingly. But again, like these challenges, not only are they challenging, but then you add into it that you're in a city. Like for example, in Florence, there's a crowd of a couple hundred people that form when they were doing these challenges. And the dogs have to really stay focused and listen to their partner, and they have to really work together with all of those distractions around them. So I know that my dogs couldn't do that just, alone in our backyard, let alone in front of a couple hundred people in a very stressful situation.
Did you find yourself, getting affinity for certain teams, certain dogs, certain pairings? And did you find yourself sort of silently rooting for someone, for one particular team?
I loved all the dogs and all the humans. I think that I really loved Snow. She was always like, had this high pitched bark every time she was like cheering for the other contestants. And obviously Josh, does all these cool colorways on her hair, and she's like this beautiful little rainbow Labradoodle. But I thought they all were special in their own way. And I just felt lucky that I was able to be on the road with them for that long. And in between takes, I would, try to pet them, and they were like focused, but I just wanted to play with the dogs.
You've traveled all over the world as an Olympic skier, but here you got to go to some places that I'm guessing maybe perhaps you hadn't visited before. So what was the most exciting place for you to go and experience in this new way?
Costa Rica was definitely the most exciting for me and for us. I haven't been to too many tropical places in my life just because I've always been so focused on my career. And so to be able to go to Costa Rica, we went to the water and also to the jungle. So we kind of got a really good mix of the country, and it was so fun. And I mean, there were toucans that were like trying to break into our hotel room every morning, and Lucy was so confused by the toucans and the monkeys, and but it was just awesome, and again, not having my skis there, not having the usual kind of experience that we do have. It was totally new, so adventurous, and was really lucky to have that opportunity.
So, I think people are going to watch the pack, and then they're going to want to adopt a dog if they don't already have dogs. And my wife and I were watching it, and we got really hooked into Alistair and Charlie. So tell us a little bit of why, make your case. Why do pets make life better?
They always love you no matter what. You walk in the door, and no matter if you've had the worst day or the best day, they love you and they're excited to see you, and you can't help but feel happy when you're around them. And I think even more so now with the pandemic, we're indoors all day, and it's really hard not to get depressed and to feel very isolated, but dogs really give you that companionship and that love and affection and happiness. They're happy no matter what. And also they force you to to go outside and to feed them. Like you can't get too stuck, in your bedroom or, being depressed, because your dogs, they need you, and I think they just make the best companions no matter what, but especially in this time.
Are you hoping for a second season of the pack?
Yes, I am. I would love to keep traveling and keep getting better. For me, it was a new challenge. I think I got better as the season went on. But I would love to just continue doing this because It was so much fun, and I think we actually impacted a lot of dogs around the world, and I think that for me is the most meaningful of the whole experience.
Well, I mean, I thought you were a natural. I mean, for me to watch it and think you'd never hosted a reality TV before, I thought you did an amazing job. So before I let you go, you know, we're in the month of December. It's the end of the year. This show was recorded at the beginning of the year. And you probably had a lot of plans and ideas of things you would have done in 2020, like a lot of people. So what was your silver lining for 2020?
I mean, my silver lining was that I had the time and the opportunity to really think about my life and myself and spend time with my fiance. You know, obviously the show was huge for me. That it was that new challenge that I was looking for, but also, you know, I realized that it's a very difficult time, but I tried to use that as an opportunity to make something positive out of myself and my life. And it was nice to have that time to reflect. And I think I'm in a really good place. So I'm really looking forward to 2021. I think it's going to be a lot better than 2020.
Okay, for sure. Well, thank you for taking the time, Ms. Vonn. Have a great holiday, great December, and a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. Stay safe.